Hello friends, welcome to Dev's Coding Hub. Today we are going to start the part 5 of Microsoft Excel 2010. In this session, first we are going to learn how to edit MS Excel worksheet. First thing we are going to learn is how to insert entire row or column, how to delete entire row or column, inserting cells, deleting cells, changing the row height, changing the column weight. So let's start. So this is an Excel worksheet. Here we have written A to Z, but something is missing. Let us see what is missing. A, B, C, D, E. In the next row, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O is missing. Now this is a perfect situation where I can insert a row to solve my problem. To insert a row, I can do it two ways. Number one, just right click on the row number of the row on top of which or before which you want to add a row. You'll get a shortcut menu, and from the shortcut menu you select insert. Now a row above the selected row is created. Now we can feed the data to complete this series. This is how we are going to insert a row. Let us go back by doing undo. Another way we can insert a row is to select the cells on top of which or before which you want to add another row. So I can right click on the selection and click on insert, and in this case again I'll enter or select in the insert set dialog box the entire row option. Again the entire row will be inserted. As because there is no data in the right, there is no problem in inserting the entire row. So let us type the data. So this is how we are going to insert a new row. Let us come to how do we insert a new column. This is another sheet. Now see, again we are trying to write A to Z, but there is something missing. Column is A, B, C, D is missing, then E, F, G, H, I is missing, K, L, M, N is missing, P, Q, R, S is missing, U, V, W, S is missing, the X is missing. So actually we need to insert a column before this F column. For this we can do the same. Right click on the F column heading and click on insert from the shortcut menu. If I do so, a column will be inserted. Now I can complete the column. To complete the data. Now let us again go back by doing undo. We can insert the entire column by selecting this data to the left of which we want to insert the column. Then we need to right click on the selection. This is the second method, and again click on insert. Now as because there is no data at the bottom, so you can select the entire column option, radio button, from the insert dialog box and click on OK. Now again we have got the entire column inserted. Let us fill the data. So this is how we can insert an entire column. Now let us see the situations where we cannot insert an entire row or column. So what should we do? Let us see this example. Insert cells row wise. There are two tabular data in this sheet. This data, which is highlighted with color, is okay, it is correct, but the left side data is not correct. Here after F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O is missing. Now I cannot right click on the row 4 and do a insert. If I do this, it will be okay for the left side data, but unnecessarily we'll get one row inserted. As the entire row is inserted, the right data will be having a gap. So in this case we will be not inserting the entire row. Instead we will be shifting cells down. So let us see how we can do this. Let us select PQRST, because on top of PQRST we are going to insert some cells. Now right click on the selection and then click on insert. Again you will get the insert cells dialog box or insert dialog box. Here I need some cells, 5 cells exactly, above this PQRST. So I must shift everything which is after PQRST or starting from PQRST downwards. So what I can do, I can select shift cells down. If I do so, it will be affecting only B, C, D, E and F column. And now see, the right side data is not tampered, it is intact. So you can feed the data. So let us copy this and paste it here. I can just paste values to leave the format. So this is how I will be shifting cells down to accommodate missing row for some number of columns. Let us see one more example. This is one more example. Here the topmost table, which is having background color, is okay. It is having A to Z. But the bottom part, the fourth column is missing. A, B, C, D is missing. Similarly, every data is missing in the fourth column. So for this, if I select this E column, right click on it and do insert, it is okay for the bottom part, but for the top part, unnecessarily we are getting a blank column. So this is another situation where we can insert some columns to some rows by shifting. So let us do an undo operation. An undo operation is done. Now for this you have to select E, J, O, T, Y and this blank cell. So on the E column I have selected only E8 to E13. Now I'll right click on this selection and then I'll do an insert. Again the insert dialog box will appear. In the insert dialog box I'll click on shift cells right. It is already selected. Let us do an OK operation. Now it is absolutely OK. So I can copy this data. Control C to copy. Right click. When I paste, I'll not paste normally. I'll paste the values only. So I'll leave the format. So the background color will not be copied. Now this is how we're going to insert columns by shifting. Now let us see how to delete a row. It is very simple. You can observe in this table that KLMNO is repeated. So I have to get rid of one of these rows, either 4 or 5. So no matter if I click on right click on 4th row and do a delete operation, or I click on the 5th row and do a delete operation, it will be the same. So let us right click on the 4th row and do a delete operation. Now the row is deleted. Now let us see how to delete column. Here also this column E and F contains duplicate data. So I need to get rid of this. So what I can do, I can right click on the F column and choose delete. Now the data is okay. Again, let us do an undo operation. This can be also done by selecting the cells from F2 to F7. Right click on it and choose delete. You'll again get the delete dialog box. If I delete this, there will be empty space. So we must shift the cells or the column that are at the right towards the left. That means you have to shift cells left. Let us click on OK. Now it is shifted. That particular cells, selected cells are deleted, and in that place the rightmost cells are shifted. This is how we can do the delete operation. So let us come back to our presentation. The next topic we are going to cover is formatting data in MS Excel. The term formatting of data means to change its appearance on the screen as well as on a printed paper. That means if I print that particular sheet's data, I'll be able to see that format or change in appearance. The difference between editing and formatting is that editing is used to make correction on the data, whereas formatting changes its appearance. So formatting is all about changing the appearance of data. So let us see what we can do in formatting. The first thing we are going to learn is about font and how do I format, or how do we format fonts. Font is nothing but a set of characters, letters, digits and symbols written in a particular style. And formatting means changing the appearance of the data in terms of style, color, size, effects, etc. So let us go to Microsoft Excel back and see font formatting. Suppose if I want to format the font, the text is already written in cell B2, which is text, which is font formatting. So let us change the font color. For this, we have to be in Home tab. If we are not in Home tab, we have to click on Home tab. We have to come to the font group. This is a group which is called the font group. Label is there. And in the font group, I can choose the color of the font from this font color drop down. I can choose any color I like. If I don't want to select from the enlisted color, I can go to more colors. I can have standard colors, or I can go for a custom color and select the color I want. Suppose I want to select this color. This is the selected color, new color. And let us click on this. Sorry, I am changing the background. So let us go to this font color. Go to more. In the custom, I am selecting this color and clicking on OK. Now the font color is changed. Similarly, you can change the appearance of the font in terms of what? Making it bold. It is already bold. I can switch off it. Making the text italic or underline, or all of them at once, bold, italic, underline. I can increase the size of the font. If I want to go bigger than this, I have to click here and type the size I want. I can type 120, or I can click on this, but this will only change the font with the enlisted font sizes, and this is also used for decrease the font size. So this is how we'll be formatting font. Now let us see our next topic. Our next topic is based on changing background color and borders around the cell. For changing the background color, we need to go to Home tab and then the font group, and we need to click on the fill color drop down. Similarly, for changing the border, we need to go to Home tab, then font group, and then borders drop down. So let us see how we can do so. So let us see how do we change the background. Here in the cell D4, we have already written changing background. So let us change the background for this cell. For this, we need to go to Home tab. If you are not there in Home tab, you need to click on Home tab, and under the font group, you have to click on this fill color option. It gives you a list of colors from which we can select. Now if you don't want to select the list of colors that are available and select something else, again click on this, go to more colors, either select from standard presets or preset colors, or select a custom color. So I am selecting this custom color. This is how we will be changing the background color. Now the next topic is adding borders. I have already written adding borders in cell F6. I have selected that cell. To add border also, we have to go to Home tab, and under that we have this borders drop down. From this we can select outside border or all borders. Here both will act as same, as because we have selected only a single cell. So I'm selecting all borders. If we click outside, we will see that the border is selected. But this border is having dashed lines. I want a solid border. So what I can do, I can again select the cell, go to borders drop down, go to line style, select a solid line, and again apply the border. Now we can see that a solid border is appearing. Now if I want to remove that border, I can select the cell, click on the borders drop down and select no borders. Now instead of this, if I want to select all this cell and put borders in all the cells, I will go for all borders. Now see, borders are given in all the cells. Now border of these two adjacent cells, font formatting, which is written in B2, and this blank cell is removed as because the cell data in B2 is not fitting B2. So I can again enlarge this to get the borders appearing properly. Now the next step we are going to do is, we don't want this all borders, we want a surrounding border to this selection. So again I have to go for no borders and then followed by outside border or outside border, which is thick box border. Now see, we have an outside border around the selected cells. This is how we will be adding borders to our cells. The next topic we are going to discuss is changing alignment of data. Now, what is alignment? Alignment refers to the position where data is placed within the boundary of the cell. Now alignment could be horizontal as well as vertical. So horizontally I can place the data to the left of the cell, center of the cell and right of the cell, and vertically it could be on top of the cell, bottom of the cell, or at the center of the cell, which is called middle. So vertically when it is center, it is called middle in MS Excel. So this is how we are going to place our data with respect to the cell boundary. For this we need to go to Home tab again, and then we have to go to Alignment group. So let us see how we can align our data in a cell. Suppose we have already kept a sheet where alignments are shown. Simply if I type something in a cell, suppose Raja, the default alignment of a cell data is always left and bottom. So horizontally it is at the left side and vertically it is at the bottom. If I want to change this, I can go for this Home tab, Alignment group, and this Alignment options. This is basically the vertical alignment. So if I want to place this Raja at the top of the cell, top left corner of the cell, so I can click on this top, and by default alignment of horizontal alignment is left, so it is left top. So I can come down to middle also to put Raja at the middle of the cell vertically, not horizontally. If I want both, I can click on this horizontal alignment center. So horizontally it is center and vertically it is middle. So it is at the center of the cell both vertically and horizontally. When it is done vertically, it is called middle. When it is done horizontally, it is called center. So let us see all the possible alignments of text in a cell in terms of both horizontal and vertical alignment. This is top left. This is top vertically and then center horizontally. This is top vertically and right horizontally. So it is top right. Similarly, this is middle left, middle center, middle right, bottom left, bottom center, bottom right. Hope alignment is clear now. So let us go to the next topic. Next topic is to change the orientation of data. Orientation refers to the relative physical position or direction of text in a cell. To change the orientation of the text, we again go to Home tab. On the alignment group, we choose orientation option. So let us see how it can be done. Suppose this is one data. Again, I'll type some data. I've typed Rani. By default, orientation of text is horizontal. I can go to this alignment group of Home tab and click on this orientation drop down. There are a lot of orientations. Let us see one by one. Angle counterclockwise. So if I do so, Rani will be written diagonally. As it is moved counterclockwise, it will look like this. The next one is angle clockwise. From left to right, it will rotate. So it is diagonally again, Z from top left to bottom right. The third one is vertical text. Let us increase the height of the cell, height of the row, so that Rani fits. Now it is okay. The fourth option is rotate text up. This is how it looks. Next one is rotate text down. It will write Rani top to bottom. And then the last option is format cell alignment. This will take you to format cells dialog box. This is the dialog box. Here what we can do, we can change the degrees. So now it is minus 90 degree. I can make it 23 degree and click on OK. You can see how Rani is placed. Let us increase the width of this column A. And you can see that it is placed 23 degrees in that cell. So this is how we will be able to change the orientation of the text with respect to a cell. Let us go to the next topic. The next topic is an important feature which is called wrap text feature. This feature is also known as word wrap in WordPad utility of Windows. This wrap text feature is used to wrap a long text by splitting it into multiple lines without increasing the size of the cell. So if we don't want to increase the size of the cell or the width of the cell, to be more precise, to fit the data, Instead, what we can do the wrap text to fit the data in that particular width of the cell. And in this case, we'll have multiple lines in that particular cell. To use word wrap or wrap text, you have to go to Home tab, Alignment Group, and Wrap Text feature. So let us see how it can be done. Suppose in the cell C2 or C3, this is C3 cell, a long text is written. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. Now this is not fitting in that particular column, and I don't want to increase the size of the column this big. So what I can do, I can wrap text for this particular cell. So for this I need to select C3, which is already selected. In the alignment group, this is the wrap text feature. I'll click on this. If we click on this, the text will be splitted to multiple lines to fit the width of the cell. So we are not increasing the width of the cell, but we are spreading the contents of the cell in multiple lines by wrapping them to the next line if it doesn't fit the width of the cell. So this is an important feature in Microsoft Excel. Hope this will be clear. Now let us go to the next topic. The next topic is margin center feature. This is one more important feature in Microsoft Excel, using which we can combine multiple cells to a single cell and place the content of the first cell in the selection at the center of the cell. In this process, data stored in all other cells in the selection except the first cell of the selection will be removed. So if I merge multiple cells, the data of the first cell of the selection is kept, and it is kept at the center of the cell we combine into one. For using merge cell also, we have to go to Home tab, Alignment Group, and then choose Merge Center option. So let us see how we can do this. So let us come to this sheet, Margin Center. We can see there is a sales figure, zone-wise quarterly sales of 2019 of some organization, suppose. Now this heading is not at the center of the tabular format. Now if I want this to be at the center of the tabular format, what I can do, I can use the merge cell feature. Otherwise, just by moving the contents, it may not fit exactly, or it may not be placed exactly at the center of the cell. So what I need to do, I'll select all these 5 cells, cell C2 to G2, which is covering the entire table horizontally, and then under Home tab in the Alignment Group, I'll select this option. This option is called Margin Center. If I do so, the heading will be placed at the center of the cell. This is how we'll be using Margin Center. I can increase the font size also to make it big. If I merge all cells, it becomes a single cell. Now if I want to give a border, it will be on that entire selection, as because now all these 5 cells C2 to G2 has become one cell, which is C2. So this is how we'll be performing merge cell option. Hope Marcel is clear. As we have completed March and Center option, let us move to the next topic. The next topic is number formatting or formatting of numbers. For this, you have to again use the Home tab, Number group, and the Number format dropdown. Now let us see how we can format numbers in Microsoft Excel. Let us see the data. Some data is written, the same data is repeated across columns. So let us see which one is the number format option. So this is the Home tab, Number group, and this is the Number format dropdown. Now the default format of any number or any data is general. So if I write ABC also, it will be general. As it is text, it is left align. And if I write 2, 3, 3, 4, a number, it is not formatted as number. It is the default format of a cell in Excel, which is general. Now, in general format, a number looks like as you write, or the data looks like as you write. Second format we can choose is number. So all this data is in general format. Let us click on the drop down list and choose number. In case I choose number, I'll be able to specify the decimal places also. So these are the two buttons or two options to increase and decrease decimal places. So increase decimal and decrease decimal can be used to increase or decrease the number of decimals. Now as this cell is not selected, the C8 cell, its format is still general. We can use the format painter option to change the format of the cell C8. The third format we are going to discuss is currency. It shows the currency symbol in front of the number. In this case, it is showing dollar, which is the default one. However, we can change it by changing the currency symbol from Windows. Next one is date format. The default date in Microsoft Excel is 1st January 1900. So if I convert this number into date, this will count from 1st January 1900 and it will stop when 2334 in the first cell is counted, and accordingly it will display the 2334 day from 1st January 1900, and similarly it will do it for every other cell. Let us see the date format. We choose the short date format. Now we are getting the different dates. So 2334 is 22nd May 1906. So if we count 2334 numbers or days from 1st January 1900, we will stop at 22nd May 1906. Similarly, we can go for a long date format also. It shows the day, the month, date, and the year. So this is the long date format. This is how we can format data stored in a cell or in multiple cells. So let us now move to the next topic, which is changing the cell styles. Microsoft Excel 2010 provides us predefined formats, a background for designing our cells. So let us see how it can be done. Suppose we have this data which we have used during merge and center option. Let us select this cell and quickly format this or change the cell style. For this, we have to go to the Home tab. We are already in Home tab, and then we have to go to the cell styles, and then from the predefined styles you can choose one, and you can have the style applied on the selected cells. This is how we are going to change cell styles. Let us see the next option in our tutorial. Next, we are going to do AutoFill. The AutoFill is a very important feature for filling up series. This feature in MS Excel allows us to fill range of cells with a series of data without typing it. So it saves time. There are two predefined series that can be filled in Microsoft Excel using AutoFill. Now let us see what are the two predefined series we can fill using Microsoft Excel or using AutoFill feature of Microsoft Excel. The first series we can fill with AutoFill is the name of the days of week. So let us write Sunday, and if I select the cell and go to the fill handle and drag, you'll see you'll be able to generate the weekdays, not weekdays, the days of the week. Next option is filling of weekday using abbreviated names. Say I have written Sun. Then if I go to the fill handle and drag, I'll be able to fill it in short form. Sun, month, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in short form. Next thing we can fill is the name of the months. Let us fill January. And if I select the cell and drag the fill handle, I will be able to generate the months. I generated up to December. Now, this can also be filled using short form. If I write Jan instead of January, and drag across columns in a single row, then also it will work. So now it is filling month horizontally across columns. So E, F, G, H, I, J are the columns where the values are automatically filled. So this is how we can use the AutoFill feature of Microsoft Excel. Now with AutoFill we have some options also, more options also. Let us see what are the options we can perform. So let us do a Control A to select every data and make it delete by pressing delete key. Now let us type Monday and let us drag up to Monday again. This data is filled with the 7 days of the week, and after Sunday again Monday is repeating. Now I don't want this. I want this to fill with the weekdays. That means the working days of the week. And the 5 days are there as working days, Monday to Friday. So if we click on this point, this plus sign, and click on this AutoFill Options drop down list, I'll be able to see some options. So let us see what are the options. Copy cells. If I do copy cells, it will definitely copy the value of the first cell. Again I am doing Ctrl Z. Again if I drag, and go for fill series, it will fill what is filled automatically. So this is the default one. Do Ctrl Z. Next, if I drag, again click on this option, fill formatting only. So this cannot be done now. Okay. For this, let us do a Ctrl Z and set the background of this cell Monday as green. Now if I drag, it will copy the format also along with the series. Now if I don't want this, I can go to this AutoFill Options and then click on Fill without formatting. So the data will be, series will be filled but without the formatting. Let us do a Ctrl Z. Again if I drag and select fill with format, fill formatting only, instead of data it will be filling the format, which is the background color green for every cell. Let us again do a Ctrl Z to undo. Again drag. The next option is fill days. If I fill days, there will be normal days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like this. Again, if I go for weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are considered as weekdays or working days. So it will fill Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then again Monday. So Saturday and Sunday will be exempted. So this is how we'll be using the autofill feature. So as we have performed all the options which are available in autofill, let us move to the next feature. The next feature of Microsoft Excel we are going to discuss is custom list. This feature is used to add series of data from which autofill can be used. Actually, when we autofill month and day names, it is fetched from predefined custom list. That means the name of month and days are already fed or stored inside Microsoft Excel as custom list, and when you fill those series, this comes from custom list. So let us see how we can create our own custom list. It can be done in two ways. Number one, by importing the list, and the second method is by typing a new list. Let us see how it can be done. See this Excel sheet where RGB colors are written. RGB stands for red, green, blue. It's a 3 color code. Suppose if I write, I want that if I write RGB colors and then drag, then red, green, blue should come. So let us see how we can do this. To do this, we must add all these 4 entries, or the value of these 4 cells in a list. So to do so, I'll select the list. I've already selected the list. Then I'll go to File tab, click on Options, go to Advanced, and I'll scroll down to General section, and there I'll find a button called Edit Custom List. So this is used to create list for use in sorts and field sequences. So let us see how we can add a new custom list. Let us click on edit custom lists. We'll get the custom list dialog box. As we have got the custom list dialog box and our data is already selected in Excel, as you can see our data is already selected in Excel, we can import the list. As we have imported the list, it is imported and added. Still we can click on add and then OK. Now this list is added in the custom list. And then what you can do, we click on OK to complete. Now let us remove this data. Create a new workbook which is not related to this, and then I write RGB colors and hit enter. So this is the first value of the custom list, RGB colors. Let us drag. So we are getting our own custom list using which we are filling the series. The next thing is to add a custom list by directly adding data. So we'll create a custom list, new custom list, by adding data. I'll go to File tab. I'll go to Options, Advanced, come down to General, click on Edit Custom Lists, and then I'll click on Add. When I click on Add, in the list entries, I'll have my cursor. Suppose I want to generate CMYK color code. So I'll write CMYK colors. I'll hit enter for the next value. So I'll write CYAN, cyan, magenta, yellow, and key. And then I'll click on add. This will add this in the custom list collection, and I'll click on OK, followed by another OK for Excel options. And now this is also added. Now if I write cyan, any value from the list, what I can do, I can get the other values. So it will keep on repeating as I drag it to multiple cells. That's it for custom list. So this is the end of the session today. Hope this helps. If you have enjoyed this session, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And please press the notification bell so that you can get a notification of my videos that are uploaded. Thank you. Have a nice day.